Razabane for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. With me, I've got the notorious comedian, UK's finest, Mr. Paul Chowdhry. Paul, you alright?
Reza.
Ban.
How's it going, man? Where's the old dirty bastard? The guy from the Wu-Tang clan behind the camera.
Let's not tell anybody who I am, Paul.
Yeah, no one can see your face, but you got a face for boxing. Let's put it that way, after 12 rounds. After a unanimous decision.
As long as I win, that's all that matters.
Well, lucky you're on that side of the camera, you know what I'm saying?
Paul, what brings you out to your call today?
I came here to see these fights. You know the fights tonight. And it was a wicked night. My boy did it tonight. Siddiqui.
I came out to watch Umar Siddiq.
Yeah. Umar Siddiq done it. So it was a great fight. The main fight was good. I mean, I'm always down here at your call. Because back in the day when I used to box, I used to come down here and watch and realize I can't do this anymore. I got the face for boxing, busted knuck and everything. You've either got you're lucky you ain't a boxer, because that knuck, man, will get busted every punch. But this is like, you know that Mike Tyson, a lot of boxers get their nose, the bone taken out. But mine just busted for other reasons.
You want to elaborate further?
Sinus issues. Nothing too glamorous.
Just sinus?
Yeah. Sinus and a few fights here and there.
You box yourself?
I used to box back in the day, but I realized, I didn't really want to get into that many fights as I got older. But more people want to fight me now being a comedian than being a boxer. Like Umar was just saying that more people want to fight me just for my jokes, which I don't understand. After you tell a joke, people want to fight you all the time. And that's the world I live in now. So you've got to learn how to handle yourself.
Coming back to Umar Siddiq, obviously victorious tonight after 10 rounds. Impressed with his performance?
Great performance. Went the distance. It was on points. But he pretty much won every round. And I think his future, these are the future fighters you see here. If you like boxing, you've got to come to York Hall, because that's where you see the future champions. This is the home of boxing in England. You don't fight here, you ain't getting to Vegas. There's no shortcuts.
Talking about Vegas in the early hours of the morning, about 5 hours away now, Tyson Fury takes on the challenge of Deontay Wilder. I know you're a big boxing fan, and I know you're going to stay up to watch that, but what are your thoughts on that fight, and how does it go down tonight? Well,
firstly, it's quite unbelievable that this is a rematch after a draw if you know what happened in the first fight. It's pretty obvious what happened in the first fight. It was a Tyson Fury victory. If you actually thought that when Deontay Wilder's way on points, you don't know boxing, it's simple as that. But people go, oh, you got the knockdown, but come on, man. You're going by the points and how the scoring system works in boxing. Like, a lot of people don't like fights unless there's a knockout or a knockdown. But then you've still got to judge it by the point system and how boxing works and who's on the back foot, etc. It's not. If you like, I do like MMA as well, but that's also, the system is quite similar. But at the same time, when a man gets knocked down, doesn't mean he's necessarily lost a fight. He's lost a round, but then he come back and won that round. So this is going to be an interesting one, because he has got that punch, but I think he outboxed him in the first fight. And ironically, Tyson Fury's dad was here tonight watching the fight, because he can't go to support his son in America because of the GBH record he's got. So if you have got a criminal record, don't get one if you want to travel and fight. And that's just a notice to people. If you want.
Some advice for the fans.
Why you weren't allowed out in IFL with Krugen?
No, we're actually quite a big team, so we've got a number of people already out there, Paul. Before you start insinuating something against me.
He's got loads of people working for him now. Lookalikes. You can't see this guy because he looks exactly like Krugen. Are you Sri Lankan as well? Or?
No, I'm not Sri Lankan.
All right.
I won't say what I am before you probably start rinsing me.
Oh, this is a boxing channel. Let's keep the comedy channels.
Paul, obviously Tyson weighed in at his heaviest, added a lot more weight since the last fight. He's been very vocal and said that I'm going to knock Deontay Wilder out. Can you see that happening?
Yeah, with heavyweight boxing, we saw a few middleweight fights tonight. You can take some punches in which you get a lot more sustained head injuries in that kind of lighter divisions. With the heavyweight boxing, it does take one punch. It's going to be debatable whether Wilder can take those punches. His last few fights have been interesting, as has Fury's and as has Wilder's. But it's going to be an interesting. If they go toe to toe, I think anything can happen. Wilder has got that one punch, but he's not really a chess player when it comes to boxing, whereas Fury is more of a chess player. Like Lennox was kind of a chess player. He was big into chess, but used to box that way to a certain degree. And it's going to be an interesting one, man. I can't even sleep tonight when I have these kinds of fights. These are the fights that are for not only for the boxing fans, but the casual fans. But when you're a boxing fan, it means a lot more because you read into it more than you do as a casual fan. Everyone's going to stay up for this. It's one of those kind of Holyfield Tyson fights or Lewis Tyson fights that you just can't sleep for. You have to watch these fights, but at the same time, these are the fights at your call that get to that level.
You say you're going to stay up for this fight. There's 5 hours left. What do you have planned this Saturday night, Paul?
Well, we're in East London, man. We haven't even. If you come here, you got to come here at 7 o'clock, and it finishes at 12 o'clock. So you don't even have dinner. So you got to then go out to some Bengali place afterwards and have some dinner. So if you're watching any Bengali restaurant, sort me out, man. I'm plugging your shit. You know what I mean? So you're welcome to come. And Krugen as well. It's a lot of people there look like Krugen actually.
At the Bengali restaurant?
Well, actually he's Sri Lankan, but you know that kind of complex. And
you didn't give me a prediction. You told me you were going to watch the fight, but how it's going to finish?
It's a tough one, man. You know, like I think Fury could take this, but a lot of people are thinking Fury could get knocked out. But this is a man that comes back from the dead. When you're talking to like traveling, I can't say gypsies, but travelers. Obviously, it's not politically correct, but they, you know. But when you talk to travelers about fights, it's in the blood. Whereas Wilder came into boxing quite late, which is when you see Fury fight, he's a natural fighter. If he wasn't fighting professionally, he'd be fighting as just a casual pastime. They're little when they fight. They start fighting as get out of 40 fight. Hopefully that isn't racist, but they get out. Like when you come here tonight, there's little kids that are in ringside with me. I wouldn't even fight them. You know, you can't even play with those little kids. You just understand the word fight, so you got to be careful. But that's my prediction, man.
Paul, always a pleasure having you on IFL TV. Love your work in the UK. Keep up the great work. Keep making us laughing.
Live in Amazon Prime. You seen the show yet? Released around the world?
I haven't yet.
You go watch it. Live in Amazon Prime. It's released in America. One of the first British comics to release a global special. Took that to Wembley Arena. And I'm going to come back out on tour, but you go watch Live in Amazon Prime special.
Paul, always a pleasure. Before you go, you got to sign us out with something. I'll give you the mic.
Oh, sign you out with something?
Sing for us.
Oh, come on, what do you think I am, the Gypsy King? I ain't going to sing on camera. That's humiliating it enough as it is. Come down to my next... Look, a lot of people want to fight me and they watch my channels and they watch my videos and they want to fight me. Anytime you put 5 figures on the table... Is it 5? No, it's more than 5. That's not enough, actually. 7 figures. Yeah, that's the proper money. I'll fight anyone. If you're watching. Apart from Wilder and Fury, different weight division. So apart from you, obviously, because I don't want to be running people down on this channel, man. This is a boxing channel. The people that watch this ain't the kind of people that I want to mess with. I'm the last person here because when you leave this auditorium, people want to fight you outside. That's why you got to wear rings and got to be ready. Anyway, I love this channel, IFL TV. Obviously, edit this down to some other... This is too long. This is too much of a long interview. Cut it down, man.
Paul Chowdhry for IFL TV. Thank you very much.